Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, for those of you who don't know. And for today's video, I saw this video going around and basically I'm going to be telling you guys what makeup I would have in my collection if I was not a beauty guru. So I really don't like calling myself like a beauty guru. I usually call myself like a content creator. I feel like if I was not a beauty guru, I feel like I would still have a lot of makeup, because even before I started my YouTube, Instagram journey, I had a lot of makeup. I love makeup. I really was always like a collector of makeup, but would I have this much? Definitely not. I did about 2 products for each category. I hope that's not cheating, but I wanted to give you guys some options at least for high-end and more affordable. But I did see Kelly Strack do this video. She got her inspiration from Taylor Wynn on YouTube. I thought this was really good. Everything that I'm going to be talking about I used on my face. And before we get started into that portion of the video, I just want to ask you guys, if you do like what you see throughout the video, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. And then also, please don't forget to subscribe before you go if you do like what you see. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, guys. I'm going to try to go in the order of what I would do on my face. So let's start off with some primer waters. I have the NYX one for an affordable option. I love the mist on this. This really does keep my face hydrated for a really long time. I'll show you guys. There is no scent to it. It just really evenly distributes on my face, and even though I'm oily, I need a primer water. The high-end option is the one that I have been using for the longest time. This was actually my first primer water that I ever used, the Smashbox primer water, and I love this. Again, this keeps me very, very moisturized. It doesn't make my makeup, no matter what foundation I use, look super, super cakey. I use a lot of powder because I'm oily, and it just melts everything very, very evenly onto the skin. Next up, let's talk about some eyeshadow primers. These should not be a surprise either, because I talk about these all the time on my channel. So first off, for more affordable, we have the CoverGirl Lid Locket. You guys have seen this in action in so many of my videos. The CoverGirl has like a little tint, but you actually don't see the tint on your eyes. So we have the CoverGirl up here, and then we have the NARS one down here. Both make my eyeshadow stay on for a really long time. I'm super oily, so I definitely need my eyeshadows to stay on as long as possible. So both of those are definitely ones that do not budge and that are amazing. For primers, this shouldn't be a surprise either. I feel like a lot of these products really shouldn't be a surprise because I use them all the time. First up, we have the Smashbox. This is the oil control primer. I love this. You guys could tell. Use this all the time. If you are oily, you have combination skin, you're going to love this. This does slightly help to fill in the pores as well. This is great. It really does keep my oils at bay, and I would definitely recommend this. If you're oily, you need this. The other one, this is the e.l.f. Putty primer. I have the matte one specifically right here because I am matte. This one is more of a balm consistency, and I feel like this also really does help to fill in the pores. It keeps me matte, but not matte to the point where I feel super, super dry. If you're more concerned about pores, they also do have a pore one. They also, if you are more on the dry side, they do have a luminizing one. So they have amazing options for every single skin type. You can mix and match. I usually mix and match, and these really do help to keep my makeup on a little bit longer throughout the day. Next up, we have some eyebrow pencils. This is the ABH Brow Wiz. I have this one in the shade Soft Brown. I really love this. It does have a spoolie on one end, and then on the other end there is a very, very small pencil, which is what I like. I love how this pencil is small. Hair-like application on your brows. I love that it's pigmented, not too waxy, and it's just the perfect color for me. This also does not budge, which is great if you're oily. The drugstore option that I really, really adore, this is the ColourPop Brow Boss pencil. Love this. This does have a spoolie. I'm running out of this one, so you really won't be able to tell the tip as much, but again, it does have a small tip. This is super pigmented, which is one of the reasons why it really drew me in first. This is very pigmented. You don't really need to apply a lot of pressure. It does not break. A lot of eye pencils have broken on me. Next up, we have some dip brows. So you guys know I usually like to use a pencil, and then I also do use a pomade. Drugstore option is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio pomade. I love this one. This one is in the shade medium brown. This, you only need a little bit of it. It does not budge throughout the day. You can really get those hair-like strokes, which is really good. The next one that is actually a newer find, but I'm really obsessed with, is the ABH Dip Brow Pomade. I love this. This one you only need a little bit as well. I have this one in the shade medium brown. It is so pigmented and not waxy. It doesn't weigh your brow down. You can get your brows to look very feathery and light, but then you can also get a nice filled in sharp brow, which is usually what I go for. So next up, we have eyeshadow palettes. I feel like eyeshadow palettes was really difficult for me to choose, but I did it. So drugstore option, we have the Bare Necessities palette. You're going to see a little bit of a theme in this, but this is $34. The colors, you get so many colors in this palette. You have a mix of cool tones, you have a mix of warm tones. I feel like this is amazing for every single day. The shimmers in here are beautiful. The foils in here are beautiful. Everything blends out so easily and is very pigmented. This is definitely a palette that I reach for on the daily, especially when I was going to work. Another one that I don't really know if you consider high-end, but I kind of loop it in with the high-end categories, is the Tati Beauty palette. This palette is so amazing. This is what I have on my eyes today, and literally it is the best. First, you get a really large mirror, which is perfect, so convenient. This is definitely great for traveling. This, you do have the pops of color, which makes it very good to have in your collection, because you still do have your neutrals, but you do have your fun pops of color. So you also do have a lot of versatility in this palette, meaning you have mattes, you have sequins, you have metallic, and then you have the glitters. I have the Soothe glitter on my lids today. You can really take this palette, use it for day and night, and everything is so blendable, so buttery. You really don't even have to work to blend this out, and it is definitely worth it, and everything is just top notch. Like, I really love this palette. So those are the two palettes that I would definitely keep in my collection. You guys could see I love my neutral palettes. That is where my love is. But for eyeliner, so I did two types of eyeliner. We're gonna first start off with the waterline. First one that we're gonna talk about is the ColourPop gel liner. This one is in the shade Honey Dude. This is what I have on my lids. This is so pigmented, you really don't have to work to get it on your lash line. I feel like with the nude color specifically I gravitate towards, because it makes you look more bright and awake, so that's something I like. Also, this is a retractable liner, so you don't have to go and sharpen it. So this is very pigmented. They have a lot of different colors in these. Another one, which was actually the first one that I did get, was the Tarte Stay Awake. I really like this. This is still very pigmented. This is amazing. Another thing that I like is this one has a little pencil on one side, so you are able to smudge it out a little bit, but this is very pigmented. You really don't have to dig in there. Other nude eyeliners that I have tried, they don't show up as pigmented, which was always my problem, but this I actually really do enjoy. Next up, let's talk about liner for the lash line. So I have two different types of liner. The one on my lid today is this one right here by CoverGirl. This I actually really like because of how matte it is. It's very matte, very black. This goes over my glitter that I have perfectly. It did not like mess up on top of the glitter, which is great. My eyes are super watery, and this does not run on my like watery eyes, which is the best. And then for the high-end option, we have the It Superhero Liner. I love this. This is great for doing wings because you do have that nice thin tip. It is very pigmented. It's very easy to do a swipe, very easy to do a line. I like the give on this because it's flexible, but it's not too flexible to the point where it's like, okay, my eyeliner is now super thick. Like, this is just a great option. For color corrector, there's only one one true love of mine. This is the Charlotte Tilbury color corrector in the shade 2 medium. I've used this so many times on my channel. This really does help to conceal my under eye circles. It does not mess with any concealer that I have used, and I have tested this out with so many. Does not mess up with any of them, and it doesn't make me look creasy. I can wear this by itself, just blend it out really well, and it really does help the dark under eye circles. For foundation, this shouldn't be a surprise either. So for the affordable option, I have the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. I really love this. This is a really nice full coverage. I have the shade Buff, and this is a perfect match for me. It keeps me matte all day. I really like a full coverage foundation just because I feel like I have a lot of acne scars. I have the deep dark under eye circles. I still get breakouts, so I like something that is full coverage. This does not break me out. It does not leave me a greasy mess. It also does cover up my acne really, really well. It does not feel heavy on the skin, which is like the most important part because I'm so oily. I don't want something that's really heavy. I want something that's really lightweight, and this is definitely it. Now for the high-end option, this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. I love this. This is super long wearing. If you have oily or combination skin, you're going to love this. This stays on a really long time. It does not keep me matte to the point where my face feels really dry. It's more, it really is like a soft matte. It's matte, but your skin has some life to it, and your skin just looks really, really healthy. This makes it look like your skin is just better. It covered up all of the acne that I had going on. You don't have to apply a lot of this. It layers beautifully, and it covers everything, and it does not leave me greasy or too dry. It is just the perfect, it's perfect. I love it. I can't say enough about it. For concealer, we have the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer. I love this concealer. I love the doe foot on here. It is super, super large, so it's easy to just swipe and get at it. So this is definitely good. It does not accentuate any of my fine lines. It's not drying. I have super oily skin, but for the most part, my under eyes, I can't use anything that's drying. So Tarte Shape Tape, which everybody loves, I can't use because it is just so drying on my skin. This one is not. It just is perfect. I have it on today. It covers up my deep dark under eye circles. To me, this is definitely full coverage concealer. It is a very, very easy to blend out, not fast drying, so you can take your time blending it out. It looks good blending out with a sponge or even a brush, so really love this. The high-end option is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue. This is so good. This is so full coverage. If you have any acne, any hyperpigmentation, deep dark under eye circles, this is going to cover it. Another one with a nice big applicator. I love big applicators because you just swipe. It doesn't look cakey. It does not accentuate. I can even get away with not setting. Most concealers I do have to set underneath my eyes. This one I can get away with not, and it's not going to crease up on me and make my under eyes look like I am very, very old. For powder, the Too Faced Peach Perfect. I love this. I love the smell of this. This really does keep me matte all day, and then it also does apply sort of like a filter on my face. My face just looks beautiful. It does not give me any white cast, no pink cast. It does have like a little bit of a pinkish, a very, very light pink tint, if you guys are able to pick that up, but it is just perfect. I love the smell, love how it's very finely milled. The next affordable option is the Collab. This is the Set the Sage Ultra Fine Loose Setting Powder. I love this so much. I believe you can only get this at Sally Beauty or on the Collab website, but this is so good. If you are oily, you're gonna love this. This keeps me pretty matte. If you're a combination skin, you're also really gonna love this. If you are more on the dry side, I feel like you could still get away with this if you just apply a little bit of this, but this applies such a filter on my face. You guys are going to see on the layover that this is just perfect. It makes such a difference on my under eyes. I have mine in the Porcelain Ivory shade, and I feel like it also applies just a tiny bit more coverage, but it blends out beautifully, does not give me any flashback. It does not keep me matte to the point where my face feels really, really tight. For mascara, you guys know this is the Maybelline The Falsies Lash Lift Mascara. This is amazing, like 10 bucks. This really makes your lashes look like you're wearing false lashes. and it's like the best ever. I'm not wearing it today, but it is just so good. It really adds some volume to your lashes. It really adds some length to your lashes. It fills your lashes in. It just makes such a difference. It really looks like you have lash extensions on when you wear this. I swear by it. This is like my all-time favorite. Y'all already know. But for my high end, I'm actually gonna go with the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. That's what I have on today. This really does add a lot of length to my lashes, and then it also makes my lashes look really, really thick. I do have a nice curve when I have this. This is just like the best. I really love this. It is so good, and I feel like it just adds such nice length that it looks like you also have lash extensions on. I'm really somebody who does not wear a lot of false lashes just because the mascaras that I have actually make me look like I have false lashes on. So these two are definitely a trick. If you're somebody who likes the look of false lashes but doesn't like applying them all the time, definitely try one of these out because you're going to love them. Now for brow gel, I don't think I have a high-end one. I really have not tested out a bunch of high-end brow gels, so I just went with like an oldie but a goodie that I really love. This is the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt one. I love this. You guys could see it does have a thicker side and then also a thinner side of the wand. This also adds in some extra coverage on your brows, and it does fill them in a little bit more. I can't go without setting my brows because this just ensures that my brows stay in place all day. For bronzers, you guys already know one of them. This is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. I love this. First off, the scent is just like the best. It just takes me back to the beach every single time. But this is so pigmented. It does have a tiny bit of a sheen to it, but you're really not going to pick it up. It's very easy to blend out. This one is the deep one, but they also do have other shades as well. And I feel like everybody has this, everybody raves about it, and there's a reason because it's that good. For the high-end option, I love this. So this technically isn't a bronzer. I got this actually from Babs Beauty. Love her. This is actually the Jouer Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder. So this is in the dark shade. This is so good. This blends out effortlessly. Like, I literally didn't even have to blend my forehead. It does not look muddy. It is the perfect bronze color for me. They do have this in multiple shades because it is more so a face powder, but this is just the best ever. It is just so nice and fine, and I feel like this is something that I would definitely continue to use if I could only have like one high-end bronzer, because it is just the perfect color for me and it's just so easy to blend out. I don't want to spend a lot of time blending out my makeup. So for blushes, the affordable option would be the Burt's Bees blush. I've used these for so long. These are so good. It was actually Juicy Jazz that got me onto these. They only have 3 colors, which kind of stinks. I have all 3. I use all 3. They are perfect. Usually blush does not stay on me for a really long time, but this blush actually stays on for a really, really long time. This has really, really good longevity. I love the color. Very easy to blend out. They are a little powdery, meaning they do have a little bit of kickback, but they're just so good that I don't mind it. It's that amazing. The high-end option is actually the Buxom Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush. This one is in the shade Dolly. I love this. This does have a little bit of a sheen to it, but I don't mind because it is just so beautiful. This does have primer in it, so the longevity is amazing. This is probably one of the longest lasting blushes that I have used. It is so good. If you're somebody that blush just comes right off, you're really gonna love this. It just blends out so nicely, and the sheen really is not that noticeable. It is just the best. For highlight, the affordable option is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlight. I have this one in the shade Precious Petals, but all of their highlighters are beautiful. I love this because it is so darn blinding. So pigmented. This one is more of a pinky shade, but they do have other shades as well, and you can definitely build it up to make it more blinding, or you can leave it more so on the natural side so it's not, so it's more of a glow from within, but it doesn't emphasize any texture, which is really important to me because I have a lot of texture on my skin and I want something that's just going to glide over, and this is definitely it. For the higher end option, really don't know if people consider this like a high end option, but this is the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism highlighters. First off, the packaging is just stunning, but the color that I have over here today is the shade Mercury. I love this. This is so blinding. If you love a good blinding highlight, you're going to love this. And the color is just beautiful. Like, look at that. It is just so darn pigmented. It blends out beautifully. It does not emphasize any texture. You guys could see it just glides over. Very, very blinding. I use this all over my face. Like, it is just one of the best highlighters that I have. So let's talk about some face setting sprays. First, we're going to be talking about the Urban Decay De-Slick. If you are oily, you need this. This is literally the best one I've ever tried. This is the De-Slick version, so it's going to keep your oils at bay, but it's going to make sure that your makeup stays in place all day. This is taking some of my makeup that is more so really easy to transfer to not really transferring that easily. This is so good. I love the mist on it. It's not like too aggressive. It's the best. Like, this is something that I constantly reach back to because it is just so good. The affordable option that I really love is the NYX Matte Finish Spray. I love this spray. This is actually what I use today. It does not make me feel super dry, but it keeps my oils at bay and it just melts everything together. Again, I use a lot of powder products because I am super oily, and whenever I feel like I'm too powdery, I use a setting spray, one of these, and it just melts beautifully onto the skin. It is so good. This is definitely a nice mist as well. There is a slight scent to it, but nothing like too strong. I really don't mind it, and it makes my skin look like I still have some life, not like I'm just sucked dry. So really love these. So for lipstick, I'm going to talk about two different kinds. So first off, I love Gerard Cosmetics lipsticks. I love their liquid lipsticks. I love their cream lipsticks. I love their metallic lipsticks, their glitter lipsticks. Any of their lipsticks I really, really do enjoy. This one specifically is the Bullet lipstick in the shade Nude. Perfect nude for me. I love this. It does have more of like a pinky undertone, but it is just such a beautiful color. It's very, very creamy. It's not going to dry out your lips. It's a nice cream finish. Also, the longevity of this is amazing. I am a Gerard Cosmetics affiliate, so if you guys are interested, I do have a code. I will leave it on the screen for you guys, but they have so many beautiful colors. They have like far out colors like hot pink, but then they also have like the nudes, which is perfect. I just love, like, this is just such a pretty nude. It's just some, like, this combination, it's just my favorite. I love it. So the other lipstick that I do have, this is the Lunar Beauty liquid lipstick. So it is a liquid lipstick, but it's more of a soft matte liquid lipstick. So this one specifically is in the shade Daydream. And first off, packaging, Manny kills it all the time with this packaging. It is just stunning, but it does have a pointy applicator, which I like, so you don't need to actually go in with a lip liner because this is so pointy. It kind of works as a lip liner as well, but the color of this is just so pretty. Definitely something I could wear every single day. It is, again, more of a soft matte finish, meaning it is going to smudge. It is not kiss proof. It is going to come off, but I've noticed even after it comes off, there still is a little bit of that color on your lips. So it does last a really long time, surprisingly, even though it is not kiss proof and it's not drying on the lips. It is just so comfortable to wear, which is super important. For lip glosses, I have two that are more so on the high end side, and then I also have another one that is on the affordable side. So I know that there's three, but I couldn't choose between the top two. So first off, for affordable, I'm going to go in with the Essence Shine 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 Wet Look Lip Gloss. This is amazing. I've used this so many times on my channel before. This just gives your lips such a juicy finish. It makes your lips look like wet. It's not sticky. It's just super, super comfortable on the lips. Fenty Beauty is definitely on there. I use Fenty Beauty lip glosses all the time. This one specifically is the shade Fenty Glow. This one does have glitter particles. Makes your lips look so juicy. You cannot feel the glitter particles on here, but you could see them if you're like really up close, which is so beautiful. It just adds such a nice reflection to the lips. I really, really do love all of her lip glosses. They do last a really long time. They're not sticky, they're not too thick, and they're just really comfortable to wear. And then the last lip gloss that I have is the one that I'm actually wearing on my lips today. This is the Lunar Beauty lip gloss. This one is in the shade Celine. I love this so much that I have one in my everyday makeup drawer and then one in my purse. It is so good. I love the color. The applicator is like a little paddle applicator, a nice sheen to your lips. Like, my lips look super juicy right now. You could see the glitter on my lips. You don't have to keep on like going in there to get it. The applicator does give out a lot of product, not too much product, but just the right amount of product, so you're not constantly dipping in there. It's not thick on your lips, it's not sticky on your lips, and it just has like a slight glitter again that it just makes your lips look so juicy, so plump. Last up, we have some lip liners, and then we are done. So first, I'm going to start off with more so the affordable lip liners. So first one is definitely a staple in my collection. I literally use it all the time. This is the LA Girl. This is the Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner. This is in the shade Keep It Spicy. Literally use it all of the time is what the applicator looks like. So it is more so a little bit thick, but it is just so good. It glides across the lips. It does not tug. It is really easy to fill in your lips, very affordable. This shade is literally like my perfect nude. It is something that I use all of the time. It's very easy to just fill it in and then put a gloss on top. I do that a lot. A very simple hack. The longevity of this is amazing, not drying on your lips, and I have so many backups of these because they are that good. Another affordable lip liner that I love, but the name is super long. This is the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a turn on waterproof extreme color lip liner. I can't really say that this is waterproof. I haven't really tested it out. This one specifically is in the shade Sugar Glass. This one is not retractable, but I don't even mind because it is just so darn creamy. It's so darn creamy. So we have the LA Girl on this side, and then we have the NYX on this side. This is so creamy, so pigmented. It really does glide on across your lips. You can use this as a lipstick. I've done that plenty of times. It's not drying on their lips. It doesn't make any dry patches get accentuated. It is definitely a staple and something that I constantly return to because they are just that good. For the high-end one, this is the Pat McGrath Perma Gel Ultra Lip Pencil, and this is in the shade Contour. This is what I'm wearing on my lips today. This is the perfect contour like lip color ever. This is great to really outline your lips and make them look a little bit bigger. I've used this to actually fill in my lips. I've used this just like contour my lips and use different lip liners. It is a very blendable, so you can blend out that contour line. It's not going to stick to any dry patches on your lip. Again, this is the shade Contour, and I will swatch this for you guys. This is again a pencil, so you do have to sharpen it. I don't even mind. Contour shade, which is this one right here. So we have LA Girl, NYX, and Pat McGrath. So you guys could see my typical lip liner shade is a nude. That is everything that I would have in my collection if I was not a beauty guru. Again, this does seem like a lot of products, but even when I was not doing YouTube, I had a lot of makeup because I just loved collecting it. So these are definitely my top products that I use all of the time. I just wanted to give you guys some of the high-end options, some of the lower-end options. I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Also, don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Tell me what your favorite staple product is. I would definitely want to hear the one product that you cannot live without. Leave me a comment down below. I would love to test it out if I have not already. But I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Also, don't forget to subscribe before you go so you can be part of the ATFB fam. ATFB, all things fashion and beauty, and if you hit that post notification bell, you will get notified of all my future uploads. I usually do upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 p.m. EST. But that is it, everybody. I hope that you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys in a few days in my next video. Bye!